Hello guys, it is that panda guy. I'm here again with another video, and today we are going to be going through some more G1 footage. And to start off this video, I do want to say like a little shout out to Mr. Brain. He does some really good videos, and I think some of you guys would enjoy just how he gets in depth with, heroes and stuff. So if anybody does want to check him out, feel free. I will link him in either the bio or the comment section. I just really wanted to, give him a shout out because I see what he's doing, and I do, I think he's doing a good job. So I just wanted to, see if anybody else wanted to go check him out. But now we are going to be hopping into this video. Boone was quadruple rallying these towers, which was kind of insane to me because, I mean, dude, it's so hard to keep all these full. They have really good, a lot of strong players. So having all these rallies with like strong captains was not the issue. It was more of just keeping all of these rallies full. And I will say, I think that Boone was taking the better end of the trades, being that they were spreading H and B into so many towers. But still, even then, it's also a matter of like keeping all four of these rallies full. And I'm sure that was really hard for Boone, as you just see them running along the field, trying to keep filling these rallies. And I mean, honestly, dude, like 4 rallies at once, like I can't even explain how monstrous that is. I think you also see that DBN is going to set a rally from up here too. So, I mean, they were double rallying this tower. Though I think they were still taking bad trades, and that was rough. Because, like, the Garrison captain was a strong player, and I mean, like, dude, these guys just couldn't win trades against this guy. And, I mean, it's rough, but the sick reality of it. I also do want to say real quick, shout out to DBN. They did want me to kind of do a little recruitment message. So if anybody is interested and likes how they fight, feel free to go to Region 6, message the leadership down there, message the president, message, one of the diplomats. Either way, check out DBN if you guys do think you're wanting to fight on a bigger, playing field. They're in Region 6. So yeah, check them out if you do want to. I just wanted to give them a little spotlight since they did want to get this shout out. So I do hope this kind of helps and maybe shows some light towards their region. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm so awkward right now. Like I actually feel like, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm like such a really awkward person, and I start picking at my hair when I'm awkward. So like right now I'm picking at it, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm blabbing on now, but we're gonna just keep rambling. At this point, I feel like it's really hard because Peterson is a monster, right? Like after freaking Island, I think that Peterson definitely needs a nerf, and if he doesn't get nerfed, I will actually be kind of surprised because this dude is crazy. Though I guess the nerf that he's getting comes in like, I guess it just comes with a new hero. Like the only way to nerf this dude and his heal ability, which is just nuts, is going to be to use that new hero, which is a range hero as well. So that does actually directly counter Peterson as an infantry hero. So, hopefully this new hero does have some impact, though it's like, I'm really optimistic about how good this hero might or might not be. I've like, shadowed him a bit, but I do think that he will be good to counter this. Also, guys, this rally I think lasted for over an hour on DBN's tower. They were definitely doing a good job at keeping field presence. They had like 2 or 3 whales from H and B over here, just maintaining the field presence. Around the tower, they were just sticking some AOE as well. Like I think it was Envy, but this dude did not care about no AOE from that tower. I guess he's just too strong for it to really affect him. But either way, like just watching him as he just sticks through the AOE is kind of nuts. But either way, they were doing a good job at maintaining field presence, and they kind of had to, because to maintain this rally, they had to make sure their players could like slither on through, and they really had to do this. And I'm assuming that either for Boone, actually no, Boone was definitely online. I'm assuming that taking on these whales to kind of swipe them off the field just seemed like a bit too much. And I mean, dude, for DBN to hold on for this long, I do want to like say DBN were definitely monsters. As a smaller alliance, it was kind of insane to watch them hold on as they did, fight off RPG. I do know that RPG as a whole are, no offense to RPG, but they are less active than, like these newer alliances, these like beastly alliances. RPG, of course, isn't weak. I don't want to say they're weak because they still are strong. I doubt Prime would be able to like stand against them at all. But in general, I do think that they have like, for example, 8 billion might. Some of that might be dead might. I'm not sure. Either way, they weren't really able to do much against DBN. And I will say this does go a lot. A lot of the credit does go towards Capped, as well as just like these, like they're stronger players, right? Because there's no way these guys would have been able to defend this tower, for example, without Capped as a good Garrison captain here. This dude was definitely, just doing his job. And hey man, we gotta applaud Capped over here for being a freaking monster. Though I will say that this dude after this rally does end up actually recalling his garrison captain, and he actually ends up fighting kind of lower because RPG started pushing right when H&B actually started pushing up. So it was really a struggle for RPG to kind of, push them back, and then Capped ran over there. And these guys ended up losing this tower because, I mean, they couldn't defend it without Captain in it. They had no whales over here to kind of maintain it as, garrison captain. So they were taking pretty bad trades when they were trying to hold on to a rally. And it was definitely rough. Though they did manage to push off RPG because RPG was trying to take the chance while these guys were getting, beat down over here to push them back. And I think like this was definitely their like big last struggle, if anything, or I mean, these guys definitely fought on for a while, but I think like this was probably their big last chance to hold DBN down and then have RPG kind of push them back while they were busy. And I will say RPG does end up later taking their village back from what I know, and kind of causing a little mayhem, but then RPG also still got pushed back off. So I mean, it was kind of a back and forth between DBN and RPG, though I will say like DBN, for having a lot of smaller size players, definitely held on well. They definitely fought really hard. And HNB was doing an amazing job as well. Like these whales just didn't give up. They were nonstop on the field, and they were they were doing their job. That's all I'll say. And I mean, you guys see this little rally gets so low. They were taking, I think, like 1 for 2 trades, like, and just losing really hard. And I think this swarm was actually pretty smart here, like swarming the tower to kind of take the pressure off the rally, being like, you guys see how small the rally gets? I feel like when you guys see how small this rally gets, it kind of goes to show that the rally's like really underfilled, right? And it just starts dying a lot faster. It starts losing a lot more troops. The trades start becoming worse. And these guys were doing their best to keep reinforcing like this tower. And I mean, dude, like, having all these whales fighting on this tower is definitely rough. You also see Thomas send in a double rally. I don't think the double rally was doing what it like needed to do. It was definitely trading really poorly. And this double rally ends up actually getting swarmed down. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Envy just wanted that off. I will say, like, the big issue for H&B here was not being able to maintain the rally at full capacity, and they would have been taking probably either positive trades or close to positive trades, if not, like, that was their main issue. They just weren't able to maintain a full rally. I'm sure a lot of their players just weren't able to make it to the rally. I mean, these guys were doing their best to hold off players on the field, and there were a lot of players who would just hop in and out, in and out, in and out on bases. I don't know if you guys are noticing that. And they would kind of just try to pick off troops that were coming to the rally. And overall, yeah, I mean, this rally just had it rough, man. Like, these guys just couldn't do much. H and B just couldn't like maintain anything, right? Like there was nothing much they could do. If they just played the defensive, they would end up draining out. Their best chance was taking out DNB, or sorry, DBN, and just moving forward. I keep getting like all the ends, guys. Like it's the H and B and the DBN. Like I don't, it's freaking messing with my head. But you guys get it. Like these guys definitely held on strong. I think every alliance did honestly really good here. H&B definitely has some freaking monsters. Like these guys in the future will definitely be like the biggest threat. I feel like they're gonna be probably it's gonna be like Boone and H&B at the top. Like these are definitely gonna be the biggest well alliances out of like the alliances. Like I think Boone is very coordinated, even if they don't have as big of whales as H&B. They definitely have a lot of coordination, and they have a really good leadership structure that makes like all their decisions just really smart about how they go about stuff. I never really have like qualms with what they do compared to a lot of alliances, because I know you guys might see me nitpick a lot of alliances and what they do, but when it comes to Boone, you guys aren't going to see me complain if like much if at all, right? Because I feel like everything they do is really smart. How they build along them, how they just defend while building, I don't know, it's just everything they do I think is definitely really smart, and they try to plan ahead, and it's just definitely like it's just the move. But I don't know if you guys noticed that rally got canceled, or it got fully beat out. It couldn't really last any longer. Kind of rough, but I mean, they definitely did a good job at actually holding on as long as they did, because I did not expect that. Though soon you guys are going to see another rally come in, and you guys are going to see some really bad trades while they tried to hold on and buy time for Boone, I guess, to get in plays. And I mean, this was definitely a high IQ move on Boone's part to kind of move in as fast as they did. I will say that H and B, I think, still had a chance to kind of actually build around them, and wiggle, like have some wiggle room, but they didn't take it. I don't think they noticed it in time, and that was a big rough one. But you guys see right here, they were losing, for example, 900 for every 4 or 5,000 troops. Like those were 5-to-1 trades, if not better. And now it's even better, and they have to like trade out what the garrison captains are. It's a rough one. I see a lot of rallies from this, like the Night Devil or whatever you want to call him as a rally leader, and I do think that like I don't know, it's such a stalemate because it's so hard because you don't want to send like infantry rallies every time, and I feel like range rallies just aren't in right now. You don't see a lot of people running range rallies, and there's probably a pretty big reason why. So yeah, you're really kind of left up to two options, be it infantry or just kind of riders at this point. I feel like that's like all you get. And then if you do range, it's always going to be like Jin and Lewis. I don't really see Maya Lewis in the big leagues, and that's probably because I mean they all have really good just Jins, right? Like Jin is a really good like rally leader. And I mean I don't have Jin, so that's kind of rough for me. But you guys kind of see here, RPG was pushing these guys back. They were rallying on two towers, kind of just trying to push them out. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed the garrison captain changed there, and they just couldn't hold on, and they ended up just giving up the tower, I think, because they were like, it's not worth defending. And then Boone was like, yo, you guys need to demolish this tower, and you guys are going to see in a second that these guys actually built right when they demolished. I think it was like, they were probably in a VC, or he was messaging, and he was like, all right, demolish it now, right? And you guys are going to see the tower kind of getting placed here in a second. I'm just waiting for this battle report to end. But yeah, the freaking those are some disgusting reports. Like I feel like RPG was trading negative almost all of it, and that was just really rough. I feel like there was a lot of people who were smaller and trying to swarm or holding as garrison captain. I don't know if you guys saw that building tower that got burnt out. I feel like RPG's big issue here was the fact that they didn't have people who were able to change garrison captains. Like if you're building, you do. I checked out who it was, and I think it was like a 30 million might player. You had a 30 million might player building the thing, like as the garrison captain, right? Like, and you had this tier 6 dude just ripping through all of these troops. These reinforcements are like tier 5, maybe some tier 6, and you aren't able to change the garrison captain. I feel like that's like the big issue for RPG. They didn't have enough people hands on. They weren't like watching that kind of stuff, and then their alliance suffered because they weren't able to change who was garrison captain, who was doing what, and all that. Also, I don't know if you guys see it here, but boom, yeah, these guys dropped the tower, and I mean it just stopped them from doing anything. I That's actually really rough for H&B. Like their biggest chance was pushing out D&B and or sorry, DBN, and these guys definitely did their thing. Oh yeah, it's right here. I spoke before like it actually happened. But you guys see right here, this dude who was holding as garrison captain, one had Peter holding, and two, he was 30 million might. Like this dude's 30 million might. I don't know if you guys see the trades on that thing, but it is not pretty. And the longer that like they freaking hit it, the trades just get worse and worse. Like ouch, man. It's not even like that's like 1,000 troops for every like 9,000 basically. That just really hurts. Honestly, like people really got to do a better job at watching who's garrison captain on that stuff. It's I don't know, man. I feel like that's like the real big issue for RPG. They just weren't able to like have people managing specifically that. I also don't know if you guys see this tower burning. I don't know if this tower was like not reinforced or if it was building. I'm pretty sure it was just not reinforced. But if you guys don't know, building towers will burn after they like complete if someone's already hitting it, which is actually so stupid. I think that's like just really balls. Yeah, ouch, man. You got tier 6 swarming this thing. Dude, Envy did not care. Like I will give it to Hands, Envy, these guys did not care. They were just willing to throw away like all their troops to freaking swarm this mess into oblivion. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed Boone up there. This dude definitely should have been doing a better job at hopping through bases. Like I don't know why he was running through the open field. That's one thing that they could improve on, but I mean most people were doing a pretty good job at not like overdoing it on the field. They had really good discipline. They were just playing really smart. I didn't see a lot of mistakes coming out from Boone. If they did stuff, it was usually intentional. They got in and out, got really easy like picks. Sometimes they were making mistakes like that though. You guys kind of saw it there. That dude was running Martin around on the field. But yeah, yikes, man. Like, dude, just the fact these guys are willing to swarm out of tower this much. And I mean, I get they have like infinite troops, But I always like have like a thing I go through where I will not swarm a tower if like the dude is too strong and like the people reinforcing are too, there's too many troops in the like I don't even know. You guys kind of get the point. But I'm not gonna do it if the garrison captain's too strong for me to even take good trades. And right there, he was definitely taking bad trades like overall, and he just didn't care. Like I don't know, man. Just the mentality of some of these monsters is crazy. But this video's come to an end, and I have been blabbing my butt off for 15 minutes, just trying to keep you guys entertained. So I hope I didn't sound like a crazy guy to you guys. And I do appreciate it. As always, you guys are awesome, and peace out.